Welcome to the Horror Review, where I review horror movies, anime, TV shows. I am your host, William Pryor, aka Nexus. Profession is a cage. Sure, it's a beautifully decorated one, painted with pastel and overthrown with flowers, where every single moment is curated for audition, not always watching. Just every single moment is curated audience or watching. Just beyond the screen, it's world of lovely life, where you actually to smile or flaws are lovely, and the cage here. Scratch it, tapping something that maybe something in sterile. Picture perfect world of Hanna Bergholm's, I actually can't pronounce it, 2022 Finnish horror film, which is a bi-horror and absurd psychological hatching. We're living in a cage that we're forced to emerge into a monster, but a mere grotesque feather that crop a family. The film does it open with a scream. Official camera lens. It opened like a follower of a subscriber to a blog called Lovely Everyday Life. Camera actually known as Mother, staged for a magazine shoot, and people, a beautiful fake that the mother is played by Sophia Ricca, narrate perfect by the passive father and the snickering brother. A real repeat is the 12-year-old Tinja, who had gymnast with eyes full of anxieties, withhold like it or not. They actually, when a bird smashed through the window, it kept honestly, Tiana. But honestly, how does the perfect mother? She doesn't scream or panic. Her perfect mother doesn't scream or panic. Terrified resolve, she catches the bird with a snapper bag and hand to Tina, who actually disposed of it faster and hatchling is bare of the ugliness delta of merciless life as a mess like easy. It contained it behind this case. Before we actually followed here in the woods, the architect prison, which Houchin is the sacred fueled by social media culture. The mother is actually a paso prisoner. and less a parent and content creator that the director, whose family are actors, in ongoing endowment bliss. Her blog was a hobby that actually. Honestly, the director actually visualized with pastel colors that it fundamentally break that emotionally and right that can clean and totally devoid of affect feeling. The mother herself is master class psychopath Sophie Hake Eyes. I can't say it. A crackle villain recognized that the obsession with competent parents' assumption, not that with her child happiness, but with the appearance of child happiness. Tina gymnast career isn't for Trina. Is it? It's a storyline blog that her mother was a promising figure skater. It cut short. Now she actually fishing. Well, it kind of toxic love. Bolgama was said that Tina Core is feeling of her mother what love wasn't genuine, and that was why Tiana's mother was she actually get constantly mental abuse, and her father was passive and completely a ghost, and her mother had the affair with the Haman Toro, that a facade that allows the so-called haunted by the dead bird, Tia into a classic fairy tale. She actually could find a single spected egg that symbolized her mother extinguished the life, nurturing the imperative feeling. The small secret that it began. She actually bring the egg home from her all-seeing mother. As a act to a metaphor, as the Finnish word of Hatchin Holtoa means word for brooding. Tina literally brood over the egg, and she would brood over her forbidden emotion over her anger, jealousy, and loneliness. She actually nests the egg in her giant teddy bear. Malta is a symbol of her stolen childhood. The egg is confident and truly hers, and her care for desperate, twisted from form of her self-love give her the egg the confidential appearance of never receive it herself. Her eggs start to grow alarmingly swollen, and the turmoil of the upcoming pressure of the gymnast competition amounts the egg getting bigger, and the body horror of adolescence of horror. And her when her mother find the spots of blood on her white shoe, a clear nod to puberty. Here, shame that seems to be the egg directly. Puberty, like the egg, is messy, uncontrollable, and Tina's stress. Her mother control her diet, pursue her eating disorder, while her gymnast practice maintain perfection. The egg complete the vessel and everything, and she puts forward down and the rage of her hunger, pain. It grows larger and larger, bursts out the table, stopping, and vivid of childhood instinct tore apart and inside. The egg is no longer a secret to hide, and her egg and the monster to hatch. The hatching sequence is a masterpiece of practical effects, squirming around the emerges not a bird but abomination. Designer Gustav Hogan, a creature effects veteran for works on Star Wars and Jurassic World. The Tina creature, which Trina names Alli, is a grotesque, gooey cover puppet, a repulsive, a skeleton, unbreaking, and the gaping beak, and commit to a practical monster that slimy with CGI could never replace, and the creature of flesh and fluid and sterile and abstract. A term that for anything and is violently cast out from our sense of self and social. Other like things like corpse filth and bodily fluid that it's actually disturbed. It identifies the order, the environment of the top, and Trina represent the raw, civilized, needy, monstrous self. It's actually deformed, flawed, and absolute opposite of perfect gymnast her mother wants her to be. Trina first words to her are "You're so beautiful." Completely. And honestly, Alli is weak and can't eat on her own, and the visual of her two Trina grotesque bird parody of Mother Bird being her young, and level of her Trina own food that finally find on her own, and a desperate attempt to create the nurturing bond on her own. She become a mother that she never had, but born of her own pain and solidify Alli that the part of her sustain of her own psyche. This is not a friendship like E.T. and a terrified codependent. Alli is her shadow-eyed, her rage-given weak, and a born pain and hunger that once born, Alli becomes quickly aged to repress will a psychic adult impulse. At first, the neighbor's dog Rosa would bark, irritate Trina, and brutally kill it. And Trina was horrified at evidence of the monstrous surgery. This sets a pattern of Alli doesn't act readily a target of sources of Trina's anxiety. Next was Rita, Trina's gymnast rival. Rita is everything Trina is supposed to be: talented, competent, and perfect. Rita outperformed desperately, and jealousy is poison in Trina. And Alli doesn't kill Trina, but it attacks her, break her legs, and shatter her career, and Trina mom her own athletically. Alli literally had Trina dark desires. A path that never violent, yet she created a helpless passenger and a nightmare. And the circular toll of Trina to her body began to mirror Alli. She developed a straight aches and pains. Her movement became jerky, but like a symbol of destruction. When Alli is injured, Tina feels the pain. When Trina in distress, Alli becomes violent. The core is actually terrifying of unable to control own dark emotions that is a part of you and carry out the chilling recognition of Alli's desires. The film is brilliant. Twist Alli evolves. The creature shed a grotesque avian form. The feathers fall out. The skin becomes more human-like. And most disturbing, the face becomes a perfect, near perfect replica of Trina. The monster is become her doppelganger. The ideal of a boy pageant and evil twin has a original one of screenwriter Ida Loser that started the whole project. By changing it to a girl, Hanna Bergholm influenced the Doppelganger with powerful motherhood themes and pursue a all-female identity. Alli no longer just a symbol, she is now a little double embodiment of Trina, other self, the angry, ugly, imperfect part of the force house of her conscious. The elevated of the creature feature, profound psychological thriller, the horror of the Doppelganger is an ancient one, rooted that replaced, but in more complex. Trina isn't just being replaced. She confident that she herself was forced to be destroyed. Alli Trina is everything the original Trina is not allowed to be. Aggressive, demanding, and unapologetic. The performance of young actress Shui is nothing short of remarkable. Discovered after casting search of 1,200 girls across Finland salon who acted before carrying the immense weight of a dual role, and with incredible maturity. She portrayed not only quiet and beautiful Ultra, but also the fearful and twisted physical of the monster. Bergholm mentioned during rehearsal the whole crew would go on the floor and play monster to make Salon feel more comfortable, and the result she played a terrible portrayal of the monster, a fraction of the soul, and disturbing. The monster mother forced Trina to practice her gymnast over and over. The Trina's body fails. We see Alli Trina background, mimicking the routine and the grotesque imperfection. Monster can't do what she cannot. The represents that the ultimate horror for Trina. Slow realize that the monster invader is the real her. The title is Unrevealing of the Absurd Graves. Speak of to itself. Film's ultimate message, which hidden in the original title, Putala. If I butcher the names, I'm sorry. Literally means the evil graves. These burial pods, but the psychological pit where we bury the parts of ourselves that deem inaccessible. They are graves of our rage, our sorrow, our jealousy, the messiness of the emotion, and fit into the lovely everyday life of our social media feeds. The absurdly lies in our belief that things that can bury. Hatchling argues that they can fester, they can grow, and eventually they hatch into monsters. The climax is a collusion that the realer represents. The mother finally discovered the creature, her daughter's monstrous twin, and reacts with emotion and truly a desperate eliminate the imperfection. She see Alli not a manifestation of her daughter's pain. She's as a his stain of failing fortune. In the fraction family, she grabbed a kitchen knife and killed the monster. The chaos as the real Alli tried to protect her other half because kill Alli and kill herself. The mother below the ashtray, she doesn't stab the monster, she fatally wounds her own daughter. It's the moment that tragically, in a desperate attempt to destroy the ugly version of her child, she destroyed the perfect one she claims to love as Trina Diana Alli Crawl. She absorbed her essence. The creature complete confident replica of Trina stand up. It look horrified as bloody knife and speak it first and only one mother. Complete the mother succeed in hatching a daughter of her own image. Not the image of perfect gymnast, the image of a fractured creature. Our show matches the monster emotion world she raised in. The creature cycle trauma hasn't been broken. It has been passed down, transforming the victim into the next level of the monster. Hacha is a monster, but your psyche and refuse forces us to some uncomfortable question. What you find yourself imperfect? What monster you nurturing in the dark? Alli is one of the creatures that in the recent horror, but was it a monster or was it the most honest creature character in film? Let me know theories on the comment below, and if you enjoyed the dive of psychological horror, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell. You won't miss out a squirm. Hanna Bergholm's Hatchin is a phenomenal feature film that part satirical family drama, part grotesque by horror and psychological fable. It's actually a study of how a horror can be used to scalpel dissect the sickness of society, and the film True Terror doesn't come from it explicitly graphic creature. The horror choir says it's horror of a mother icy smile. The pressure weighed her expectations, and the emotional violence that festered the surface. The picture perfect family. Passion is a powerful modern family fairy tale that warns us the danger of prioritized image over authenticity and curry our lives instead of living them. It's a cautionary tale about monsters, consequence die over the truth, and the killer questions of every echo and long the clearest role in our own pursuit of everyday life. What kind of monster you choose to create? Then, and when finally hatch, will we recognize them as your own? I am Nexus, and this has been my horror review. Have a good day, guys. Bye.